We're talking about childhood trauma, and Joseph, you use numerology to help people heal their childhood traumas?
The numerology is one tool I use. It's not the whole effect. But when somebody comes to me and they usually tell you, I have this problem, many times I realize they have no idea what's their problem. Where sometimes they put it inside of them, they completely sealed it, they put it into a box, then they sealed the whole box and they buried it. They have no idea what's the problem.
So they're just unhappy and they don't know why.
Yeah, and then from the chart, it tells me where their experience might come from which vibration that might they're supposed to have that experience. And from there, I start bringing them some memory from when talking about that vibration, say, and then start awakening what's been buried, in order to help them. But the aspect of the healing childhood experiences is one of the tools I use is numerology. But there's other tools I use it through everything is done through meditation. The inner child, I'll take them to a safe place. They will get to learn again about their inner child. But we're not going to dwell over it for too long, because I don't believe to stay too long in it. I want to do it precisely, fast, cut the karma, reprogram your subconscious. That's all I care. And get the lesson from the experience you went through. That's all we need. We're not going to go over the experience itself. It doesn't matter. I'm going to ask questions, what happened, to give me exact what happened, but we're not going to go much with it.
So you don't want to dwell in the old pain?
We don't want to bring back the mood of being victimized into your own surrounding. We don't need that anymore. We don't want to bring you the reminder of it.
We're trying to get away from that.
We need to learn the lesson. So if I give you an example, you go to university, for example. When you go for 4-year degree in university, to earn that diploma and put it in your hand, what do you need to do? You need to pass your first year, your second year, your third year. If you all pass them, the fourth year, then they said, here it is. This is your diploma. You're going to say, you're going to be happy, excited, and moving on. Now, you were born on that specific date. If we're going to draw a straight line to that date, from that straight line towards your purpose. Now, at age of 5, you have an X. Some experience happened. You have an X on age of 15, an X age of 25. Those experiences that you never understood yet.
So they just keep repeating and repeating.
They keep repeating. But at the same time, how on earth you're going to graduate to get your purpose if you're still flunking?
If you're still in the 5th grade all the time.
How many times you see people like they are in their 40s, 50s, 60s, and when you start speaking with them properly and listening to them, you know that there's a child of 7 years old talking to me.
That's very true.
There's a lot of time you hear that. And that's not unreal. It is real, because that child's still crying inside.
They're still feeling that original pain from way back when.
Yeah, and that person has been stuck in that age and never grew over it. And this is what the healing is, to liberate that child, to move forward, understand the lesson behind the experience. Let's close it. Let's cut the karma, because you don't want to come back and redo the same experience anymore. And then let's start to reprogram your subconscious into what vision, what purpose, what goal you like to have. That's all it is.
The new vision you have of yourself?
Yeah. And if I want to draw it into a schematic, the way I look at it, your soul decided to come here. So you said, I'm coming to do this lifetime. So you agreed with it. You signed an agreement. So your soul showed you that if you're coming from an old soul, that means your soul might sign agreements with thousands, even millions of people that you're going to be coming to support them, to create something, to transform their life, whatever it is. So this is what the purpose of the soul from the beginning is, to come to go after that purpose. Now, your soul said, because if it's an old soul, can you do me this favor? I need those issues to be cleaned up. Say, okay, yeah, bring them on.
Can you be an actor in my movie here?
You know, so you bring them on. So then immediately your soul said, I'm signing an agreement with your parents and with every single person that's supposed to give you your worst nightmare. I'm signing agreements with them. They're doing you a favor here. But when we grew up into that experience, then all of these things start to vanish because we forgot that these are supposed to support us, not to give us the worst night, just to stuck into the nightmare. Now, your soul is not that stupid. We all know that. That soul knows that you're going to be stuck. So that soul tell you, I'm signing agreements with 100 people that are going to be coming into your life, that those people, they're going to be a replica of where you're stuck.
And they're going to keep coming back with different faces. If you don't learn the lesson,
That's it.
it's just a different face coming
You
back.
got it. And this is why many people keep saying, I keep attracting similar people.
Marrying the same person,
Marrying
the same types.
But different name, different body, different, but still the same issue.
Right.
And this is what the difference. And the moment we understand that perception from here, we start having more clarity. Now, your soul also tell you, I'm going to sign thousands of agreements with teachers, gurus, holistic practitioner, whatever you want to call them. The moment those people comes into your surrounding, you met them, you spoke with them, if it was on the phone, you met them in person, whatever it is, once you get this click, the connection, you fulfill the agreement. Now, what you do with those people become your own, whatever you're going to be doing with those people, exactly you're going to be doing, they're going to take you where you're stuck and they're going to put you into a new, totally different place, where I call it the new you, the new personality, the new person that you're supposed to be. So they help you, they assist you to understand the experience, and they put you here. The moment you are here, now you, with the new understanding, you're going to go across all the 1,000 million of people that you've signed the agreement to be their teacher.
I see.
So how long are you going to keep those people waiting if you're going to keep insisting on being stuck?
Well, it's like you can do this the hard way, you can do this the easy way.
Yeah.
And the hard way is to not delve into your issues and find out what they are in the first place.
But also your experiences in life are not far from your purpose.
I see.
Because that's your experience. With all what you learned from it, what you learned from your schooling, what you learned from everywhere, you're going to take everything together, package it, repackage it in a different format in order for you to assist those people that you signed agreement with, that in a way that be able to understand it.
Sure. So we're all teachers and we're all students.
We're all here to serve us anyway. Each one in different phase, but at least you need to understand your own talk before you start walking it.
Right.
You need to to understand that aspect of your life, to say, okay, I went with this experience, that's what I learned from it. Now let me get out of it, let me cut all the loose end with it. God bless everybody, and let me see what experience I accumulated. Let me formulate my own vision with it.
So it just brings you further to your own wisdom.
And this is why everybody is unique, and everybody has a purpose to do in their unique way. And nobody can judge about this.
When you work with people healing their childhood traumas, do you work individually? Do you work in groups? Do you do seminars? How does that work?
Okay, the healing childhood experiences, it happened, I started it individually. Mm-hmm. I really started individually. And when I started it 20 years ago, I used to take somebody for a maximum of 6 months.
Okay.
I don't take somebody over 6 months because to me it's a waste of time.
They're not committed at
They're not committed at the end of the day. Now, recently, after I got committed myself, I got into my own commitment, a new vision came into me. I shrunk the 6 months into 6 weeks.
Really?
So now you don't need more than 6 weeks to get out of everything. So nobody can give you the excuse, oh, it's going to take forever to do. No, 6 weeks. You're out. And that's the whole purpose of it, is to get you fresh, coming back into a new perspective into your life, to see, that's what I want in my life, that's what I can do, that's what I can transform those people, because I have the idea of it. I understood my lesson.
Right.
So you're taking everybody together. So I've been doing it one-on-one. Until the end of this year, this is the last time I'm going to offer it one-on-one. Now, starting next year, I'm going to do it in a group, but they will have some one-on-one.
Right. So
You know, some one-on-one, but not as extent, because I don't have too many hours to do one-on-one.
you're just one man.
That's it. So this is where the whole purpose from the shrinking the one-on-one. So it's going to be in a group that everybody will understand the concept that I work with. I have 3 concepts that I believe in, I live in, and this is the way I teach them. The first concept, which is the concept, I don't care.
I don't care.
That's all. Why on earth you care about waiting for an apology from whoever is? Why you care for that apology? What's important in it for you?
Some people feel they can't be healed until someone apologizes
Apologize,
for their pain.
or somebody they're waiting for is sorry or whatever it is. They need a recognition. Why you need it? You've been stuck with it for 40 years. Why you need it? You know, from that perspective, I keep clarifying why it is important. Now, the second concept is the soul agreement. Everybody that came into your life, they are part of an agreement. Stop dwelling over it. It's
It was
part
a
of
setup
an
from the beginning, so get the message.
Get the message. This is where you're here. You agreed with that person that they're providing you this experience. My only question to you is not about what happened, is what did you learn? What did you learn from that experience? That's all I care about. Because you're going to take what you're learning, I'm going to ask you to put it in another file.
Okay.
From every single person who provided you whatever experience. Just put them into files, dump them into files. This is your nuggets. This is your jewels. Keep them on the side. The third aspect of it is the big picture. The big picture is to see your life from your soul perspective and not from your experience. We're always focusing from the experience eye of what happened. But when you start seeing the bigger vision of your life from that soul perspective, you're going to start understanding your life totally different.
So how do we raise up and look at ourselves, look down?
And this is why when you start understanding the soul, how when you sign the agreement with that soul, and when I draw the way you sign the agreement with your parents and people with worst nightmares, and you have the attraction from your relationships, and then you have the teachers that came into you that to put you into the new you, and then for you to service all these people that you signed the agreement from the first place as your purpose. This is the whole picture from the soul perspective, for you to see it from a bigger, wider angle. It's enough to keep boxing yourself in a box, because at the end of the day, we're going to end up in that box.
12 feet under.
That's it. So why we're boxing our life, the whole lifetime, into that box? It's time to liberate ourselves and enjoy our life now. It's not about tomorrow. It's not about in 2 years. And stop creating the excuses after excuses. Oh, I don't have the time to do this. I don't have the money to do this. I don't have. I have a family to support. I'm too busy. I'm too whatever. We create thousands of excuses, and that is not because of the excuses. Because if you don't have money to pay for whatever service you're going to be taking, and especially if something related to you, now let's talk about your expense. How much you spend on drinking, how much you spend on drugs, how much you spend on gambling, how much you spend on everything.
Where's your priority?
What's your priority?
Yeah.
So it's not nobody has the money. Nobody wants to commit towards themselves.
Well, do you think sometimes people have a lot of fear over, I may have a childhood trauma that it's part of my personality now. It's like my story, my comfort, my blanket.
That's right. And this is why I move them from whoever sign up for that program, they're going to get the consciously living your destiny.
Yes.
Because I want to start feeding them the new programmation of who they are. Because if you have no idea who you are, and then you're going to have a hard time to let go.
Right.
Because that's your safety. That's your comfort zone. I've been in this for 20 years, 40 years, 60 years. Oh, what happened if I remove it? I have no idea.
Who will I be?
Who I'll be. But when I start feeding you from the consciously living your destiny to understand yourself better, and this is when start to make different sense, because you start seeing the excitement of it. You start seeing that what's my strengths? I have so many strengths I haven't been avoiding all my life because I'm concentrating on all my weakness. And this is when the healing start to take effect faster. And this is why I'm relating both events. So whenever somebody sign up for that healing work, automatically they're having that event for them for free, because it is part of the package, because it is something, because you need to integrate everything. You cannot just take in something out from where their comfort zone and don't feed them anything.
Right, exactly.
So you need to give it
Gotta fill
balance.
the vacuum.
You need to build the balance for them. And this is where I integrate both the numerology, and this is because numerology is part of the tools I use. So, and to help them understand their purpose, why they're here, what their strengths, and what they can achieve from all of that into their lifetime, and stop wasting your lifetime.
Stop wasting what's holding you down or weighing you down and move on.
That's all. I mean, life is simple. We keep complicating it.
We make it harder than it needs to be.
We make it harder.
Well, I know you have a book coming out next year in 2013 on healing childhood trauma, so I will be really looking forward to seeing that.
Yeah, it will be fun. I'm finalizing the name of it. I got it through a meditation, so 14 years ago. So I got the name into a meditation. I'm not sure if I still go with it. I'm testing it. I'm going to be testing it outside to see how it goes. The first title of that book is Are You Human? Let's Talk.
Okay.
And then it's something to follow it with the healing, about the healing childhood experience. So I'm not sure if I'm going to stay with that title, because it's going to be provocative for some people. Some people might take it in a wronger way, which is could be good. So, but I got that from a meditation about 14 or even 20 years ago.
Great. Well, I will be looking forward to seeing the book, and looking forward to hearing more about healing childhood trauma.
I'm excited to write it, and it's fun to write it because now I have the whole picture to write the book, because the healing work is about the mental, emotional, and now I have the psychosomatic therapy, which is the body. So now I have the mental, emotional, and the body together.
Excellent.
Thank you.
Thank you.